Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having an amazing week and getting ready for the Labor Day weekend. I'm taking a road trip, whoop whoop. I will be in Utah hanging with family, so you'll probably see some pictures of me floating down a river at some point this weekend. But anyways, the reason why I'm creating this video for you today is because I went to an awesome training this week on how to use YouTube for business, hosted by the lovely and brilliant Christina Fleming from, and I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to look at my notes, Murasaki Media. She's one of a fellow Hera Hubette. That's the co-working space that I work out of sometimes. And so I wanted to share with you guys some of the great tips that she shared with our group, because I've always kind of been on the fence with YouTube. It just seems like for me, every time I put a video on YouTube, it just kind of falls flat and nobody views it or interacts with it. And I'm like, what the heck? Is it me? Like, is my content sucky? Or because I know there are people out there that post, videos of their cat or like them just walking around their neighborhood or whatever, and they get like millions of views. So like, is it me? Or what? Or am I doing something wrong? So Christina had a lot of great tips that kind of shed some light on how YouTube works, because she has two very successful YouTube channels. You can look her up. Her most successful channel is called The Purple Alphabet, and she started it as a project, like kind of an experiment to see how YouTube worked and if she could grow a following completely organically, nothing paid, and she was really successful with that. So check out her channel. So here are a couple of tips that she shared with our group and that I want to share with you, so that hopefully it will open up your heart and your mind to YouTube, because maybe it's a great fit for your business. And another bonus of YouTube is that it's got great SEO capabilities. A lot of people are searching there, so there's a great chance that your brand could pop up when someone's searching. And not very many businesses are using it, and definitely not a lot of businesses are using it well. So that if you do find your niche and your ability to make something happen on YouTube, like, that's a great platform that can offer you a lot of exposure where, there's not as much competition as maybe Facebook or Instagram. So let's dive in. Her first tip that we talked about is, what equipment do I need to be on YouTube? I know a lot of people don't film video, and we've talked about this before, because they're hung up on the idea that they have to hire a professional photographer, that they've got to invest in equipment, that they've got to know how to edit the video, and it becomes so overwhelming, all the steps that we think we have to take, that we never end up filming. So we got to get over this, guys. We just have to. I'm working on that myself. I don't edit any of my videos, so what you see is what you get. That's why they're not perfect, but I think that's okay. It makes it authentic, it makes it more conversational, and it takes the burden off me, so I actually end up getting it done. So you don't have to edit your videos. I do recommend that you create maybe a mini script or run through what you're going to talk about a couple times or do a couple takes, but you don't have to invest a lot of time into editing or anything like that. On the equipment side, she mentioned, and I said, preach girl, because I've been saying the same thing, you don't need to buy any equipment. Most of you should probably have a smartphone. If you don't, I can't help you. I mean, you're a business owner. You should have a smartphone that can take video. So use that. Use your MacBook with the built-in programs it has. Use whatever you have. But the software that's out there today is good enough to get you on camera and in front of your peeps. So you're good on the equipment. Don't stress on that. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, reach out to me, send me a Facebook message. I can share some equipment or cameras that might be better for those of you who do want to invest in it. But for 90% of you, you're good with what you got. So the next thing we talked about that's really important with YouTube, and this is where I think I am the most guilty and why I haven't seen a lot of traction, is that it takes commitment and it takes nurture. So don't expect to pop onto YouTube, post a couple videos, then go dark for 6 months and get thousands of views and comments and things like that. It's just not going to happen. So YouTube's algorithm has it built in where it will reward you for showing up consistently on, let's say, a weekly basis. So her recommendation is that you're filming at least one video a week, and that's kind of like where I'm at and what I've committed to. So I think YouTube could be a good fit for me, because I really have decided to step up my video game and film at least one a week. So I'm gonna start putting my videos there and see what happens. Now, if you're not willing to do that, then maybe it's not the platform for you, because it does require commitment, and you do need to go on there. And if people are commenting, liking, you need to get on top of that and make sure that you're responding to everybody. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to invest your time there, like, do it right and make the time to do it. Otherwise, you're probably never going to see the results that you want to see. And she even mentioned that in her experiment with her channel, you know, it took her months of posting every single day to really start to get some traction. But once you get that traction, it builds, and it has like this snowball effect. So it's like you start getting a little traction, and then your videos start showing to more people, and then you get more traction. It's just, it builds on top of each other, and you get momentum that way. So just keep that in mind. My last tip that we talked about was support versus actual content. And what I mean by this is, what a lot of businesses do, and the reason why they fail on YouTube, is because they film a bunch. They're like, I'm creating a YouTube channel about my business. I'm gonna film myself in the office, or I'm gonna throw my listings up there, or I'm gonna do a staff video or something like that. And it's like, that's all great and fine, and there's a need for those videos, but that's not what's gonna get you followers on YouTube. So you really need to be focused more so, and I would say at least 80% of what you're posting out there should be real, good, solid content. And what I mean by that is tutorials, DIY, informational stuff that people are searching, conversational videos that show people who you are and give them the opportunity to get to know you and your great personality and your beautiful face, right? Entertainment. People want to be entertained. So if you can, you know, add in a little bit of entertainment. I myself am not that funny, unfortunately. So that's, you know, maybe not who I am. But if you have a very, you know, like, you're good at humor and that's a part of your personality and who you are, bring that to your videos. That's totally acceptable as long as it's professional. And then once you have established a following, then you can do more of the what's in it for me, salesy types of videos, but those definitely should be limited. So just making sure that the content you're putting out there is like solid content. And if you need ideas of content and want to know like, hey, what are people searching and like what should I be posting about? She gave us some tips on that. Use Google Trends to look at what other people are searching for on Google. You can also just type in the search bar using an incognito window. Go to YouTube and then type in different titles that you're thinking of titling your video, because she did say that titles are huge in getting noticed. And if you see that there's like, you know, how to da 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 da, and there's a bunch of videos, then that might be a good choice, because obviously a lot of people are searching that. So it's okay to borrow titles or, you know, use that as inspiration, but that's just gonna help make sure that your videos are seen, are relatable, and that you're on the right track with your content. So what do you think, YouTube? You thinking about it? I actually just created my YouTube channel. So my one ask for you, if you don't mind, since I just got started, I put the link to my YouTube channel in the comments. If you could go there and hit that subscribe button, it would be very much appreciated, because like I said, I am committing to filming more videos, at least one a week, and I'd love to share them with my friends, my family, my clients first, and get your guys' feedback. I definitely appreciate any feedback, any constructive criticism that you have for me. I'm all open to that, and if you have any questions on social media, I would love to cover them. So feel free to put those in the comments as well.